Hi, my name is Juan Guerra and I'm the head coach for Phoenix Rising. Thankfully, I had the opportunity to play professionally for over 10 years. My last team as a professional soccer player was in D11, and this is where my coaching career starts. I had a 2-year player contract within D11 after playing only 1 year with them. The second year, it's when my coaching career started because our assistant coach, Phil Dos Santos, took a job in the MLS. The former head coach, Martin Rennie, knew that I was very interested in coaching. He brought me to the office. This was 2 days after playing the playoff game. We didn't win, so our season was done. And he calls me to the office, and all I'm thinking is while I'm driving to the office is he's gonna cut me. I mean, he's not gonna bring me back next year. That even though I had a contract, he's gonna tell me that, I don't know, to go somewhere else. Surprisingly, when I walked in the office, I opened the door, I walk in, and he says, "Juan, sit down." And he said, "Listen, Phil's going to the MLS, and I would like to bring you in as an assistant coach next year. I want you to be part of the coaching staff. What do you think?" And I was like, wow, okay, so I'm not getting cut, but I'm also, wow, I have to think about retirement. As soon as I walked out of that meeting, I grabbed my phone, I called my wife, and I said, I think I just retired from soccer. And that's where my coaching career started. I knew it was gonna be hard because I had just played my last professional game, not really knowing that it was my last game. That's probably one of the only regrets I have when in this whole transition, is that I couldn't have the opportunity to really kind of like do it my way, even though I've loved every step of the way so far. I moved here and we had a very good year, I think, since moment one, and I walked in and I saw what really Phoenix Rising was, and it was a new beginning for Phoenix because they were moving the stadium to the Gila River, and there were some players that were coming in, and some MLS loans, and with the new stadium, the new training ground, everything that it was an exciting moment for Phoenix, and I was so happy to be part of it. I remembered as soon as I got off the plane, I landed in Phoenix, I got off the plane and I start seeing things around. I said, like, you feel it. Like once you're here, as soon as you land in Phoenix, you feel it and you understand what that is. I always said being in Phoenix, it's like there's that pressure, but it's a good pressure. It's a pressure that I think gets the best out of you. But as soon as I landed in Phoenix, I knew that we had to win. I love Phoenix. Everybody knew what Phoenix represented to me and my family. But I also knew that I needed to keep growing and developing, and it was the right moment for me to try something new. So we made the hard decision to go to Oakland, but I was also happy for the opportunity. We built this something that it was clearly, it took a lot of work, and we were very proud of what we did over there, and it took a lot of sacrifices and hard decisions, but the end product was what we were expecting. I left Phoenix with the intention of coming back, but I didn't know when it was going to be. I've wanted to come back, and I knew that I had to grow, that I had to get better, that I had to learn, that I needed to develop to become the best coach I can be, the best manager I can be in order to come back to Phoenix and try it or be successful in Phoenix. But I didn't know that it was going to be so soon, right? And I also knew that whenever I came back to Phoenix, it was going to be in a moment of adversity. It was going to be in a moment where the team was not doing well, and I needed to be prepared for that as well. As soon as I came back, I felt, when I got off the plane, I felt how I felt when I was the assistant coach. I felt and just feel that heat from Phoenix, and it's just like, okay, game on. And it's a heat of, there's pressure, but it's a good pressure. It's a beautiful pressure, and it's a feeling that it's hard to explain, but it's unique. And as soon as I got off the plane and I felt the heat again and the pressure, I said, okay, here we go. I am where I want to be. I am in a project that I believe in, and I'm in an organization that wants to do things the way we want to do them on the field. To me, being a coach is incredible because it's way more than X's and O's. is a lot more than tactics. I think to me, being a coach it has to do a lot with building relationships and building trust and respect with your players. To me, I hate obedience, as crazy as that sounds. I'd rather have my players trust what I'm saying and than obeying to the things that I'm saying. In the sport that we played and in professional sports, at some point of when we're coaching or competing, things are not going to go your way. If people are just obeying to what you're saying, when things don't go your way, they're going to stop doing them because they're not working. Now, if people believe in what you're saying and people have trust in what you're saying, when things don't go the way you're expecting, because at some point it will happen, they will still go and they will still push forward because they believe and they trust in you. So that's why, to me, coaching is about relationships and making sure that you can manage people, making sure that you pay attention to minimal details. To me, it's managing, it's building relationships, and most importantly to me is having a clear idea too. It's a clear idea of how do you want to do the things that you're trying to put on the field. How do you want them to behave off the field? How's the culture that you want them to have in this locker room? That's very, very important too, because if you want people to follow you, first of all, you have to know where you're going or where do you want to go. So that's also very important to me.